This week, we're visiting San Diego, California. Welcome to GlobeTrotter. I'm Jon Haggins. I'm here in San Diego. San Diego is all about the sea and its sailing, its boating, its swimming, its kayaking, its diving, its great food, great people, great museums, great parks. There's so much here to see. San Diego is where the sea meets the land and boats afloat.
My name is Mark Gallant. I'm Director of Operations here at the Maritime Museum of San Diego, and we are aboard the oldest active sailing ship in the world, the Star of India. Star of India has sailed around the world 21 times, and it still sails every year on its birthday in November. We also have an American submarine, the USS Dolphin, which is the world's deepest diving submarine. That was a research and experimental submarine that dove down over 3,000 feet. Looking across over my shoulder, we're looking at the HMS Surprise, which is a replica of the British Revolutionary War frigate, the HMS Rose. And this vessel is becoming quite a movie star for the museum. She was used in the film Master and Commander, Far Side of the World, starring Russell Crowe. The thing I like about the museum is it's right in the water. I love the water, but the things that we have here are very unique. We've got vessels that have a tremendous amount of history behind them. We deal a lot with Pacific maritime history. We're now aboard the HMS Surprise, the replica of the 18th century British war frigate. The Maritime Museum of San Diego is also one of, if not the only museums in the world that has 3 ships listed on the National Register of Historic Places: the Star of India, the ferry boat Berkeley, and our 1914 pilot boat.
The Old Town Trolley is a perfect way to see the city. This is going to be fun. Going on the Old Town Trolley here in San Diego. We're taking an incredible tour around the city.
Now look over here to your left. I want you to see this little fisheye lens above the door. It's a live TV camera lens. Turn your left, smile and wave. You're on live television.
This is a fantastic aerial view of San Diego.
Walk my way. There's 2.5 million shingles on the roof, 2,500 windows, 2,000 redwood doors. But the hotel has been the scene of many popular TV shows and movies. And according to Parade magazine, the funniest movie ever filmed in the United States was filmed here at the Hotel Del Here. The moment you're near, you can say that you're leading me on.
I'm here in San Diego, and this is the USS Midway Museum, and it's filled with aircrafts. You know, this is a part of our history, and people come here for our history and the sea and the wonderful people.
Well, as a San Diego native, we're extremely proud of our naval aviation heritage here in San Diego. You know, we're the birthplace of naval aviation. 2 more knee knockers and up a ladder. Well, welcome to the flight deck of the USS Midway Museum, the business end of this floating city at sea. 1,000 feet long, solid steel, 4 acres to hold the aircraft and the men that made flight operations possible. They took place in 30-knot winds with the deck pitching up and down, planes such as this one launching in 3 seconds from 0 to 150 miles an hour in a distance of about 75 yards. A dangerous place, one that placed a premium on teamwork, training, and trust. Well, when it comes to flight ops aboard an aircraft carrier, the first thing you have to do is land. And on Midway, pilots had to land inside the dimensions of a tennis court, a box 66 by 30 feet. They had to do so at 150 miles an hour. They had to grab an arresting wire the size of my arm with a tail hook the size of my hand. Imagine doing that at night, in the rain, maybe with combat damage, and do it time after time safely. Well, one of the most popular aspects of visiting the USS Midway Museum are the museum's docents. We have more than 300, and typically about 50 are on board every day, giving talks, interacting with guests throughout the ship, from an engine room way down below decks to docents up in the island and here on the flight deck. Aircraft on Midway had to have wings that folded. Even with a ship that's 3 football fields long, space was at such a premium. All the aircraft's fixed wings had to fold for storage purposes, and yet just imagine then those wings dropping down, and in the case of an F-14 Tomcat or a Hornet, sustaining 4 or 5 Gs of pressure.
The Palomar Hotel is a hip hotel, and it's located in the middle of the gas lamp district.
My name is Anna Crow. I'm the spokesperson for Hotel Palomar San Diego, which is where we are right now. We're actually in one of the 20 luxury flats here at Palomar San Diego. And as you can see, the views are pretty spectacular. On the one side, we could see Coronado Bay, Coronado Bridge, which is beautiful water. And then on the other side, we could see the mountains and also some great views of downtown San Diego, particularly the gas lamp district. In this luxury flat, we have 1 bedroom, a living area, a dining area. We also have a kitchen with a refrigerator, with a sink, etc. We have two bathrooms. We also have a rooftop and pool deck. It's called Somerset Lounge, which has an infinity-edged pool, cabanas. So Palomar San Diego is located at the gateway to the historic gas lamp district here in downtown San Diego, and what we like to call the emerging cultural district of San Diego. It's actually walking distance to so many of our wonderful cultural institutions, for example, the Museum of Contemporary Art, the opera, the symphony. The theme here at Palomar San Diego is Art in Motion, which celebrates and pays tributes to different forms of art. One of the really exciting things that recently took place is we've actually opened our own brand new art gallery here in the hotel lobby. It's very small, but it showcases local artists.
I'm Courtney Leyva, the spa manager at Say Spa at Hotel Palomar San Diego. And we're here at Say Spa. It's an urban boutique style spa. So we offer massages, body treatments, facials, manicures and pedicures for both men and women. We have our own collection of products ranging from Pure Fiji, Spa Ritual, Jane Iredale. Within Kimpton, we're actually the second Kimpton-owned spa. Say Spa is 5,500 square feet. We have 7 treatment rooms, all with their own private steam showers, so you're able to steam before and after your service. We also have the Moroccan Razoul. We have our couples suite, which is really amazing.
My name's Catherine Canjo, and I'm the chief curator at the Museum of Contemporary Art, San Diego, which is actually one museum with 2 locations, and we're in its flagship location here in La Jolla. And it's one of the oldest contemporary art museums on the West Coast. We were founded in 1941, but by 1960, we decided that we would focus just on contemporary art, and that's really the time period that we cover, from the 1960s, really the 1950s through to the present. And it's a collecting museum, so we have a combination of exhibitions that are drawn from our permanent collection. That could be artists like Roy Lichtenstein and Andy Warhol, pop artists we know, to minimalist artists like Donald Judd or Agnes Martin. So we have our permanent collection, but we also do a series of special exhibitions, probably rotating about 3 or 4 times a year. So depending on when you come, you'll see different things. We take advantage of our coastal location here by having a sculpture garden. So you not only can see the works that we have on view in the galleries, and even in the galleries we give you some pretty good views out, but our sculpture garden's open 7 days a week. And it's really what we'd call a curated experience, that we have works that are permanently on view in the sculpture garden and very placed in consideration to the building, the coast, the slope of the garden itself. And so the galleries all have this white terrazzo floor, and we really try as a contemporary art museum to give enough space to the artwork so that you can come in and have an experience, sort of one piece at a time. It's not overwhelming, and you can, there's a variation of galleries even within the space, different ceiling heights, different views, sometimes out to the coast. But we like to install the artworks sort of respecting the amount of room they want to have. And we always want to have light-filled galleries, but we also want to protect the artworks. So what we try to do is have we control the amount of sunlight that we might screen back the window. So we actually do control how much sun is coming in. So what we see here is a sculpture by Los Angeles artist Nancy Rubens. It's a massive outdoor piece which is made what you think it is by a bunch of boats, little canoes and rowboats being tied together with wire. They hang on the building, sort of an unlikely engineering, that they don't fall. They seem to bloom out of the building, and you're not certain if they want to, take flight. And set sail or if they're going to maybe, kind of come tumbling down. And it's that balance that I think Nancy Rubens achieves with her sculptures.
I'm Summer. I'm with Brew Hop in San Diego County. We are a company that provides custom and private brewery tours throughout San Diego County. We work with only private parties. We'll pick you up at your hotel and we'll take you to the breweries. We started about 5.5 years ago here in San Diego County when we realized that there was a bunch of amazing breweries to visit and absolutely no way to safely get home from those breweries. So we provide custom and private luxury transportation.
And I'm Tommy Arthur. I'm the Director of Brewery Operations here at Port Brewing in the Lost Abbey. We're located in San Marcos, California. It's a suburb of North County, San Diego. And we're here at the brewery today to give you a little bit of a glimpse as to what it is that makes our brewery special. You can hear from the noise, we've got quite a few people here at the brewery today. It's one of those destinations people love to come out and see our brewery. It's a great place to come enjoy beer. I'm drinking our Inferno Ale. It's about a 9% alcohol blonde beer with a lot of really crisp flavors. We've been in business a little bit over 6 years. In that time, we've come to be a destination location here in San Diego. People love to come visit our brewery because of all the unique barrel aging and a lot of the really cool flavors of beer that we produce here. On average, we produce about 30 different flavors of beer per year. Some are port brewing beers. Those are beers that are what we call West Coast stylings, a lot of higher hops, higher alcohol, really full flavored beers. We also have our Lost Abbey line of beers, which are Belgian inspired. And those are beers that we take inspiration from continental Europe, Belgium, France, things like that, and really want to bring home a West Coast feeling sort of produced in California. In front of me, we have a couple of our large format bottles. We produce 6 year-round beers, a wide range of flavors. We also have Carnival in front of me. This is one of our seasonal beers. Comes out every Lent or every spring. It's a very unique beer, about 6.5%. It's got some wild yeast, very effervescent, really amazing flavors of citrus and a little bit of funkiness. Over here, we have some of our smaller format bottles. Most of the bottles that we do on this size go through the barrel aging process where they spend time in oak barrels, anywhere from 9 months to 18 months. A lot of what happens in the barrels makes for magical beer.
My name's Dave Adams from Green Flash Brewing Company in San Diego. There's absolutely a science to making beer. Many think that it is not, but it's actually very involved. Let me walk you through the brewing process real quick. So we'll start over here with the mash mixer, and as you can see, we got one in process right now where we'll take our malted barley and mix it up with hot water. So we're gonna get all our starches and sugars in there, and that's how it's gonna make the beer later on in the process. From here, we take it over into the lauter tun, and in the lauter tun is where you're gonna separate. It's where you're going to separate the grain from the liquid. As you can see, all the liquid's out of it right now. And from this process, we're going to move over into one of the boil kettles. Jump in right here, and you can see it's just about to start a boil. And pretty soon that'll be boiling over, and we can add the hops into there to get our bitterness.